Which Eisenhower dollars are dealers looking for? What are they buying right now? And how much can you expect to get out of your Eisenhower dollars? We're going to talk about that in this video, so stay tuned. My name is Daniel, and you're watching Coin Help You. If you need help with a coin, visit the link in the description of this video and the pinned comment. One of the two. I have a link to our help community where you can ask questions. And if you want to buy coins from us, go over to portsmouthcoinshop.com. That link's down below as well. We have a 5% off on our Morgan dollars, silver dollars, all of our silver dollars, and our mint sets and proof sets on our website now. So you can go over and take advantage of that. It's automatically applied at checkout, no sales tax, and flat rate shipping. You can't beat it. So go over to portsmouthcoinshop.com. So let's start talking about these Eisenhower dollars. I go over here to PCGS Coin Facts. I like the layout. These values are way too high. Eisenhower dollars are not going to sell for this very often, except at the larger shows and the larger dealers. And people who are willing to pay for the best of the best. You know, the ones that look the grade and at least better than the grade. But it still shows us what ones that we need to be looking for. So let's say you have a bunch of Eisenhower dollars that was left to you in a roll, and they're different dates or they're solid dates. It doesn't really matter, but they're all clad. A dealer is typically going to pay you probably $1 to $1.50 a piece. So that's what you can get out of those, the clad with the no mint mark and with the D mint mark. And when they don't have a mint mark, as you can see here, the 71 and the 72 and the 73 and the 74, 77, 78, all those are Philadelphia mint if they don't have a mint mark. That is completely normal. Now, one of the things that you want to look for before you take your coins to a dealer is the Friendly Eagle and 71D and the 72 Type 2. Now, these are the clad, remember. You can go to the Ike group. You can compare your coin to this one and see what you need to have the Friendly Eagle. But the bottom line is it has a brow, basically, and it's kind of like a smile, so they call it a Friendly Eagle. That's one thing to look for because they're worth more than just selling them for $1.50 or $1 a piece. As you can see here, they're not worth a lot, but they're worth something. The Type 2, there's no islands on this earth here. That's how you know you have the Type 2, and it's worth a little bit more, especially if it's mint staged, you can see here. So those are two you want to look for in your clad. Also, when you scroll down to the price guide here, you want to go to the Bicentennial clad as well. They're in the mint sets, and you'll find these in rolls as two, and there's no mint mark and there's mint mark. And this is the one that people get confused so much. If you have a 1776 and 1976 Eisenhower dollar, and it doesn't have a P mint mark or a D mint mark or an S mint mark or whatever, that is completely normal. It's a Philadelphia mint. What people get confused is this one right here, and there's only one of them known. This was minted at Philadelphia, and they call it the Noaz because it's a proof. There's only one of these known. And you can come over here to PCGS and look at the story. It's all down here, where it was found and who got it. When you see 76s without a mint mark, that doesn't mean that it's the one that's rare. It's not a proof. It has to be a proof. Now, you do have in the clad the Type 1 and the Type 2, thin letters and fat letters. As you can see, what grade they have to be in. The Type 1, 76, Philadelphia mint, that doesn't have the mint mark. If you get it in 65, you can see that it's $120. It's well worth sending off for grading. You're going to have to send off a lot, though, and you have to really know how to grade these because a lot of marks on the cheek will take that grade down. Most of these are 64 and 63. A lot of them are beat up, especially in the mint sets. But you can see what values you can get in the registry quality sets. But like I said, that's the clad. Very hard to get that. And we'll scroll back up to the other clads, the 71 through 78. You can look at the values here. Dealers are looking for nice coins that they can send off. They are looking for original rolls, original bags. Might pay a little bit more if they can see that they're uncirculated, see if they have a chance to send some of them off. They're not too beat up. Because of the reason here, you can see the 72 Type 2. If you got any of those, they're looking for those. Not all dealers are. Some dealers don't even know how to identify some of these. But if you know how to do it, then you can send it off yourself, even if you have to use annex just to make sure you're right or wrong. give you an idea of your grading skills. Annex don't require a membership. This is just about having some fun. If you got some Eisenhower dollars, have some fun with it. It's an enjoyable part of the hobby for me too. I like doing it as well. I don't do it much with Clad Ikes, but there's some money there to be made if you can send off enough. I mean, bulk submissions is one thing that you might consider, even if you have to do it through NGC. They will go for more than a PCGS holder, just on average. But NGC, you can send them off to NGC as well. But like I said, I send off to all three. It just depends on what I want to get out of the coin or just whatever mood I'm in at the time. Now we can scroll down to the silver. You do have an RPM, which is a repunch mint mark, 71S, and also you have the peg leg. Okay, now those are coins that you definitely want to look for. Here is the S. You come over here and look at these images yourself. And so, like I said, these will download here. And then you have the peg leg, and we'll click on this so you can see it a little bit better. This is what the peg leg looks like. And this is on your 71S. It comes in a blue pack, so it's in a cello, and it has a little plastic insert there, a round insert. So that's how you know if it's a silver. It'll have the S mint mark, and it'll be in that blue pack. Then you have the 72 and the 73 and the 74. Now, as far as sending off for grading, really, if it's the varieties, it's worth it, unless you think you're going to get a 68. Everybody's shooting for that 68 and that 69. You're going to have to send an awful lot in, especially the 71S. Those are beat up and mishandled more than any of them. You got a better chance of getting a higher grade 73 or 74S. Dealers will typically, for the silver blue Ikes, what we call blue Ikes, they're going to pay, maybe $12. Melt to maybe a couple dollars more, something like that. Whatever, when I say melt on it, whatever spot is for them. It's a 40% coin. You can go to Coinflation and see what it's melting for. NGC has a silver melt guide for U.S. coins as well. Then you have the Clad. These are the Bicentennial. We already talked about those, and you've seen those values. This is the MS 76S, and they come in the red envelope. You have this, and then you have the proof, but these come in the red envelope. You can see the value of these. A lot of people are trying to get that 69. Most of them are going to get 67. Will it be worth sending off? If you have enough of them and you get the bulk submission price, maybe. But you're going to have to sell them then. You're going to have 100 of them to sell. Then we get down to the Clad proofs. Now, these are all in those black boxes. There are some varieties to look for. Your decam varieties are going to be worth the most. But as you can see, if you have one in 70, worth a lot of money. It's hard to get that grade though. That's the thing. You can send off a lot of them and not get that grade. But if you think it looks good enough, you can try. Obviously, the David Hall and Miles, those holders sell for more. But you can come over here and check out which Clad are worth what. Proof sets like this, though, you're looking at getting, from dealers $5 a set probably, and they're going to sell them for 10 to 12. So that's what you're looking at there if you sell the whole proof set. The coin itself, a couple bucks. So you can see them for sale more than that on eBay, but just saying what dealers would probably pay you if they're out of the set, because usually when they're out of the set, they've been mishandled to some degree. Then you have the silver proofs. Now the silver proofs they call brown Ikes, and they're in a brown box, and they look like they're in a GSA holder. That's how you know proofs. Now on these, you definitely will see. Definitely want to look for double dies, obverse and reverse. You've got a peg leg for that one as well, just like that. And here's the type 1 reverse, but here it is, 35,000, 80,000. It's like a prototype. You can look at the images here and see the differences in what the prototype looks like. You have a double die for the 72 and then for the 73. And the 73, there's a lot of double dies that aren't worth a whole lot. I've found a bunch of them in the boxes. I found like 4 of them in one day, so they're pretty common. So as you can see, dealers are going to pay maybe whatever the silver value is on these, plus a couple bucks, maybe whatever the silver value. It just depends on how many you sell them, and if they look nice. Most of these are blue toned. For whatever reason, they toned up, they got a blue haze on them. Very rarely do they nicely toned, and very rarely are they all just white decams. Most of them are decams, it seems like, but most of them are just not white, like I said. Then you have the Clad Bicentennials sets. They're the black box. As you can see, there's nothing really major there unless you get a 70, which is very hard to get. And a decam, you got the Hall signature, mile signature. And then you have the Bicentennial Silver. These come in the box, a white box. They have the styrofoam, and then it has a little flip cover that you put the coins in with little capsules. And it's just basically got the 76 with stars around it. It's a little blue cardboard holder. That's what these come in. And like I said, unless they're a 70, they're not worth a whole lot. Dealers are paying, $15 a set maybe. It just depends on what dealer you sell it to. You can check Gray Sheet out. They pay back a bid as long as the silver doesn't conflict, because they pay the silver value anyways. So that's basically what you're looking for in the Eisenhower dollars. If you just got to watch the information that you see online when it comes to the no mint mark. It's only the one, and there's only one that's known. It's the 76 proof. The rest of them, it's normal for them not to have a mint mark on them. And you got the 76 proof here, the Clad, and you have the 76 that are silver as well. And they're not known for not having a mint mark. They all have the S mint mark. So anyways, thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.